Hi friends, today we are going to explain you about the creation of the category CRUD. Okay, so in the last video we created the MyDB context file which is used for the communicating with the database. Okay, so to connect with the database we need this MyDB context file. Okay, that we created in the last video. In this video we are going to start the create CRUD. Okay, related to the categories. So we already I will brief you about the create CRUD in the browser. You can see here. So here I already told you first is a list page. I need to click on this. This is the list page. If you click on the create category, this is the create category page. If I click on cancel, it should go to the list page. If I click on edit, you go to the edit page. These are the things. So now first I am focusing on the create category. Okay, here means if I something I added, for example category 1, let us am adding like a news. Okay, if I submit, it should come to the this list page. First I am focusing on now on the create category. First what I need to do before, we'll see here. I'll show you. Okay, so till this completed, so now focus on create category. So what we need to do is we need to create a already some models folder is there because we selected the template, right? So already here, just I am stopping the server. There is a already models folder will be there. See, I'll show you. See, are you able to see, right? Here inside this we need to create, see, so inside the models folder we need to create domain folder. Why we need to use the domain folder means I will tell you the things secret behind this folder later in the following classes. Okay, so I need to create domain. So one folder name called domain, domain. Okay, next steps I'm showing the stepwise. So inside that we need to add a new class file with a name called category.csv, should be small. Okay, this file we need to create inside the domain folder. Okay, so I need to go right click on this, add. So this is the class file. Here what I need to put, I need to give the name just category, category category. Okay, the spelling must be correct, be careful about that. So I'm clicking on add, so automatically it will be added. So you need to think about this category is also called a model, but it is called a domain model. Okay, normally we'll call this a model, category model. So we need to think like this category model is like a table. Okay, a table. I'll show you paint. Okay, whatever we are writing the code here, right? So the category model, whatever we are writing, category model is there, right? Here we will write some code. This is related to the table present inside the database. So how the table is, there will be some column names. Okay, so now category I am not focusing on too many columns, it's just I am focusing on the only 2 columns only. Okay, I am erasing the remaining things. Okay, I don't want, only I am focusing on now only columns. Okay, 2 columns, just I'll remove this. I don't want because I want to name minimal manner. Okay, so for the first column, what should be first column is like a id, second column is like a title. I am giving whatever you want, you can give, no issue, title. Okay, so these related things we are going to write in the code format. You got right, we are going to write in a code format. So when we are doing the migration, means we already did like add migration, right? When we did what it will do, from this file it will create some migration files, new migration files. Okay, from the migration files when we run, I'm writing here to, I don't want, so here it will create migration files. like when we created previously with db, right? So how it will created, so here also migration files were created from this file. Means what is this file name? This file name is category.cs file. From this file these migration files are created. How it will be created? By using by running a command called add hyphen migration space migration space, we'll add some text, any text, no issue. Okay, so it will create some migration files. From migration files, what we need to do, we need the create the categories table inside a database. So here table is created, table is created inside database. How? Means for this, for creation of the table we need migration files but already created. Now from the migration files we need to create the table inside. How? We already did. There is a second command. What is that? Update hyphen database. By using this command it will create table inside the database, whatever we created yesterday, right? Inside the database by running this command. This is the flow what we need to do. Okay, now first I am creating, I already created a category.css. Now here I am going to add the columns. Okay, just I am going inside the code. So here, so public okay, integer. Okay, first one is id. Okay, public integer id. So what I did, I added like a, everything I added like a normal type, but there is a shortcut also there. You can add like a prop tap, double tap, automatically it will come, you don't need to do. Okay, so here in property plus id, this get and set should be there. Okay, here we need to write this also. Okay, why these two things are needed means, to this model if I want to get the data, it will same property, we can get the data, we can set the data also. Means we can add some value to this variable, we can get the value from this variable, same variable. For the to indicate, for that purpose we need to do both, we need to add inside this curly braces. I am removing top one. Okay, next I want another property. I already told you prop double tap. Okay, now this column name is title. Title is a string as we know, so we need to add like a string. So column name title. Okay, but here one thing we need to know, we should not write like this. Why? For IDs I'm commenting this. Why means the ID we can't add by manually by ourselves. There is a call one class thing called GUID. What it indicates means it will give us some random number. Okay, some random number, so that it will automatically store with a new ID, so that nobody can hack the things, because ID they can't expect this ID it will be generated. Okay, for that purpose I am not passing like a normal number. If you want, you can pass like a normal number also, no issue. Okay, now the as I said in the paint, the category file is ready. Now what we need to do, we need to create a migration files. How we can write? By adding add migration, this command. So where I need to go, tools, NuGet package manager, package console. I think you are able to see. Add space migration test. Just I am adding now. Just I am entering. It is showing nothing is there. Why you are asking? Sorry, add hyphen migration. The spelling is add hyphen migration. We need to wait for some time. So then what will happen when we run the migration? Okay, when you run the migration, it is a critical step. Understand what it will do? Whatever we added, right, this class category related, this table, it will be there inside this migration, this test. We'll see what is there in test. Is there any table like that? Nothing. This is empty. You can see nothing is there. There is empty. Then what is the use? There is no use. Then, so first we need to understand, we created this class, but we don't told this class creation to the .NET code. We need to tell. So I created some model, category model. Please convert that into table. How we can convert? So we need to add this to the, I already told you, to connect with the database we need one file called mydb context. So I need to open that. Where it is? Insert data, mydb context. In the previous class I mentioned, if you want to create a tables, we must write here. Okay, so here same, if I want property, prop double tap. Here you need to mention this is a int. Here means it is related to the db. So here we need to write db set. It is set. db set of whom? db set for means to which class I need to create? Category. So okay, it is showing error because we need to import something. So we need to click on this, just control full step. So it will ask, see, we need to import that here. So now the error gone. Here this is the table name. Which table? Whatever you want, the table you can create, no issue. Here I am writing categories. Got right? Just 1 minute. Okay, I'm checking my notes. This, if anything is there, I want to tell you. Okay, so after this, it is created. Now I want to. So now I specify this category model inside the DB context. Okay, DB context. Now what I am doing? Now again I am running the migration, but now I am giving test one. I'm clicking this. Now see, the migration is created. Now we can check the migration here. Now what I created? Test one, sorry. See here, when I click on this, you can see, when you click on this, you can see now, see, it is telling some categories table is there. It contains 2 columns. This is a primary key. It is saying. Now when you do the update database, right, now it will create the table inside the database. Okay, so to create the database, now I'm showing you now how the migration files are created. Now I'm going to create the table inside the database. For that, which command we need to use? Update hyphen database. So I'm going here, just to make increase this height. Just what we need to do is, I need to press Control in the keyboard and use mouse scroll up. Automatically the size will be increased. So here I'm doing update hyphen database and enter. So it must create a table name called categories inside the database. How can I know? So by we need to go to the server management, SQL server management studio. There we need to check is the table is created or not. Okay, meanwhile I'm telling you, see, so first we created the domain folder. After the inside that we created the category class. So inside that we added some properties, means we can consider like a column names for a table. Then we set this category class inside the mydb context file. Then what we did, so I'm connecting this menu where it is open. So I'm showing you. Okay, see, what is my database name already? My blog. Blog, right? So just the inside is the tables are there. If I expand, I need to see category. See, everybody seeing, right? So if I want to see the column names, right click here, select the top 1000 rows. If you click on that, you can see the column names also for this table. What we created, ID and title. Got right? See, ID and title. names are created. Now what are we going to do next? So now the thing is, we created the what is that done? Table is created from model file. Okay, model file inside database. Okay, now what are we going to do? Database. Now what are we going to do? Now my focus is on the create page. How I am going to create? Going to do the create. I am focusing on now create page. Okay. So in the create page already there are if you see before, there is a create method is there. By using that, what we did is we showed the create page. Okay, now for storing the data what we entered inside the create page, we are creating one method called store. Okay, this is the for storing the data. For storing data coming from create page. Okay, just now I am opening this. Now we don't need this terminal. Okay, I am keeping down. Now categories are created and the table also created, so I am closing all the things. I don't need category model, I don't need this one. Only my things what I need is just first I am going to the controller, category controller. So I am closing other tabs. So how I need to right click and close all about this, so that it will close all other tabs. I already told you create. Now what I need to create, whatever the data coming from the create from, we need to store. So for that I'm creating a method called store below this only, so that we can easily remember. Okay, just I'm copying. In the keyboard you can press Ctrl D, automatically it will create. Okay, so what is the method name called? Store. Okay, so this is not create, right? Just I'm removing this and keep one thing. This is not when we are storing the data, means it should be perfectly secure. So for that we are using HTTP post. HTTP post, so that it will be secure, nobody will hack. Okay, then okay, now store method. Here the operation should happen, the storing everything should be happen here. Okay, now what we need to do, so now we created a model. By using that model, then only we can get the data from we can store the data inside the database. But before using the model, we need to get the data to here, means inside this method. How we can get, well, I'll tell you. So first thing, to get here we need one class called request. Okay, inside that one form is there. Inside that we need to whatever the name given to the even inside the CHTML. I'll show you. There is a views, there's a category, there's a home. Here there's a title, right? Here you can mention, for this input you can mention like a name, whatever you want. Here I'm mentioning like a title captain. Okay, so title captain, I'm copying this, I'm saving, I'm going here inside the form, I'm adding this. Means to get the data from here to here. Okay, I will use this format. Okay, now what I'm doing is where uh, title. First I want to return this. I want to return this. How I will return? First I will show you. But it will throw the error. Why? See, here it is what is called return. It will throw the error. You can see the errors also coming. Why it is throwing error means you must return the methods inside this. Okay, like this. So if you want string, you need to mention here like a string. Okay, just I'm commenting now this one. This I'm saving. Okay, Then I'm going to see HTML. For this form also I mentioned like a this action method. What is the action method you are using? Store method. Here you need to mention like a action method called store. That is the post only, correct whatever we are doing, store method only. Now I'm going here, just I'm running the things. No, some errors are there. It is saying, what are the errors? See, too many characters, literal 33. Sorry, here we should not use this one, we should use double quotes. Errors gone, right? Now I'm saving, just again I'm running the server. When the errors screen is coming red, just cancel it and check those things and fix, then only run the server. See, I'm going to create, here I'm writing some news, submit. It is going to the category slash store. Actually store method is there, but there is no URL, such URL. Which URL you want? See here, the URL is categories only, right? It is not store. So I need to go here. Here I am writing as a categories. This here you must enter here URL means route. You should not enter method name. I'll show you why. Because there is another method. Now whatever I am explaining is a simple flow. Okay, just I'm going here. I'm going back. Just reloading. I'm adding news. Just submit. Category starts to. Then we need to. There is no other way. Hot reload is not working. Just I'm restarting the server. I'm clicking on categories. Create category. Test I'm writing. Just submit. Category slash categories. What is the error here? See here, what is the error means? See, already some URL categories is there, it is appending to that, but I don't want that. What I need directly, I want only categories. For that you must add some slash here, so that it will go to this URL. Okay, it will not append it to the categories. Already categories URL is there. If you see here, if you go back, already some categories URL is there. For that only it is appending. That's why I'm stopping those things. I'm saving, just I'm restarting this. We should welcome any errors because we need to fix, then only we can come to know what is happening. Test. Got right, everybody? Test. This test is coming from where? Inside the store method, whatever we added, right? This is the test. So now we came to know from the create page to this method, by using in this way we can get the data from there to here. Got right? Now okay, we got here. Now we need to store in the database. How we can store? So I told you we need to follow the, I'm stopping the server. So what we need to do, we need to make a new object. How we can? Where new category, anything can, new category is equal to new. So we already created one model, right? Category, that's category. Okay, so inside that what we added, here, after that we need to put some curly braces inside this. Means you can consider like this is a bag. Inside this bag we need to pass two things. One is ID, second one is title. So what is ID is captain. See here, but it will show some error, throw error. Why? Because we need to import the things. How we can? Click on cursor, control dot. So we need to import, then only error will not come. See here now, need to close the semicolon. See id. If I add some other things, id, first I will add title. See, automatic title is coming. See here, whatever the variable here it is there, we are adding here. So here we need another one. What is that? id also needed. I already told you we should not add simply 1, 2 or not. We should get the id from one class called GUID. GUID. So from this class you should call one static method called new GUID. What this will do? It will create an ID which is very big ID. No sir, I want to know this. What is this ID? Okay, you can. I will show you how it will be. Just I'm printing here so that you can know which type of ID it will provide. So but it is throwing some error. See here, what it is telling, you are here, you are mentioning string. It is not a string, it is like integer. Then how? So now I'm mentioning this is not a string, this is related to the some GUID. So now error gone. Okay, now I'm clicking on this, just seeing the output. For showing purpose only I'm adding this. What GUID means, what, how it will be visible. Categories, create. Here I am adding just test. Submit. GUID means this much big that you will get this ID. This is safe and secure of our data. Okay, now I am okay. Now you got right. How should be this one? Now you got that. Now I am commenting this. Now what I need to do, this new category contains this bag of this data we need to store inside the database. I already told you one thing, to deal with the database we must need MyDB context. Okay, from there only you need to do. Okay, then how we can? So there is only one way. If I want to use some class, we need, there are two methods, through the inheritance. Second one is object. Already you did one inheritance. You can't inherit another class. So now we are using the we are creating an object. Okay, but for creating an object there are two ways. Normally we can use by creating new also. Second method is by using the dependency injection. For that we need to create one constructor. So click on this, control dot, here you will get create constructor. Okay, here I am creating like a my db context class. Context. Okay, here I am creating one variable for this. Whatever variable you want you can create, no issue. I'm adding m small so that this is a variable, this is a class. So if I need to import, right, control dot, so I need to import that. Okay, now I need to create a variable for this class. How? So there's a variable, right, you need to click on that and control dot. It will show you, see, create and assign field by db context. Click on that, it will create some variable. Now wherever you want you need to use this variable if you want to do the db operations. So you need to copy this and you need to go to the store method. So I'm calling this dot. So inside the mydb context file I'm stopping the server. Inside the mydb context file we added the table, right, this is the categories. Same thing you need to call here, dot categories. See, categories dot. Now we need to add this data, new category. So we are adding here this data. Now we need to tell, okay, I added, you need to save the changes to the mydb context. So mydb context dot save changes. Okay, so now changes are done. Now what you need to do, we need to redirect to the index page. So return redirect to index page. Sorry, redirect to action. Inside that you need to double quotes, you need to add index. Okay, but if the return is not string, right? Return should be, what is that? You need to add I action result only. So we need to change this GUID to the action result. Okay, now I'm saving this. Just I'm running the server. Now we are going to save in the database. So create category. Here I am writing like a test one. Sorry, category one. I'm writing cat one. I'm submitting. So it is taking time, means some DB operations are going. How can I know? Because in the list it is not visible, right? Now I need to go to, we are already having database connection, right? This one is there, right? Here, right click. Here, right click. Stop. See, now whatever you added, it is stored inside the database. Clear, right? Like this, we can store the data from the create file to database. Now, what is the second step we are going to follow? Now, I'm working on the list page. Okay, list page. Previously, we worked on the create page to the storing things. Now, list page. Here, we are already calling the index method. So, inside this only, we are storing. So, we are showing the page related to the index, which is showing in the form of the tables. So but here we are storing, here we are showing here a dummy data. We need to show the real data. Then what we need to do, we need to get the data from the database by using the again MyDB context. So if you want to get data from the database, only we need MyDB context. I'm copying this, I'm going to the index method. Okay, here MyDB context dot, the table name is categories dot. Here we need to call one method called toList. This method we need to call. So we need to store in some variable called var data. See. Then we need to store this. We need to pass this inside a view. This is the first step. So we need to pass this data to here. But now I am saving this. Just I'll go here. I'm stopping the server. Just I'm going here. See here. If you click also, now also you are not getting the real data. No, it is not a way. Just the real data came here. You are passing to the your view file means what? I'm stopping the server. The data came to this controller method. You are passed also. You must receive the data into the your CHTML means index page. Here you need to receive. How you can receive? See here. You need to go to the top. You need to add at the rate of model, and you need to mention your model name. What is that model name? Category. What is it? So you need to write complete path. What is that? Web CRUD 1 dot domains. We, our file is in model file is inside domains only, right? So domains DOMA, sorry, models first, inside models only, right? Models dot domains dot category, right? But understand, we are not getting single category, we are not getting list of categories. So we need to add inside list of categories. So you need to add like this. Why we added like this? We are getting more than one, so I am adding list. If you are getting only one category, you don't need to add this. We are getting list of them. So now, so I got here, but so if I want to get into the table, what we need to do? So already you know, More than one means we need to do the looping things only. There is no other way. Okay, we need to do the looping things. How we can do the looping? Okay, see here. Just I'm not removing dummy data. We can remove also, no issue. Okay, I'm removing the second one. So how we can loop the data? So I already told you here at the rate of for each loop we need to do. Here you can mention like a var some way. This is a variable, whatever you want you can add. I'm adding just s means single. You can I'm adding like a single, no issue. Single of I'm adding model. Okay, model means this model is coming from m should be capital. This model is coming from this top line. If you don't mention here, this there will it will throw some error. So after that put some curly braces, some curly braces. Okay, after that enter. Inside this you need to keep this. So now we have only one data, so it should come once. So we'll test first. Sorry, it is throwing some errors. What are the errors? First we'll see. What are the errors? Which file we have errors? See, index.css file we have errors. What it is, why it is throwing error? We can see here. For each. Sorry, here I need to add some semicolon. Then okay, here we need to mention instead of off we need to mention in. That is the issue. Okay, just I am running the server. So I am clicking on the categories. See here, one time it came. For example, I am adding one category 2. So it should come twice, 2 times. Now I am adding category 3. It should come 3 times. You can ask me, we are not getting the correct data. I can specify. Yes, because just we didn't added anything here in this code. Just we added dummy data only. No, we want real data only, right? So here what we need to do here at the rate of we have some single, right? Every time single, each row it will be the stored in the inside single dot id. So in the second place also I'm copying the same thing. I'm pasting here. So in the place of id, what we need to do? Title. Now I'm saving this. I'm restarting the server. The actual data should come into the table. See here. See, this is the id category 1. I want to add now another one, category 4. Submit. You can see all the thinking whatever you want. If I want a bigger table, you can mention here. I'm going here, width is how much I gave, 500. You can give 600. So that one, just I'm going here, just I'm reloading the server. Updates are not happening, then we need to do from again restart. The width will be increased, nothing here, the database will be same. Hope you understand. See, the table will become big. If you like the video, please like and share and subscribe. If you have any doubts, please comment in the comment section area. Thanks for seeing this video.